Are you hungry?
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Görgött. Today we're making Kålpudding, or cabbage pudding. It's, for me, a typically Swedish dish. It's basically just cabbage and minced meat done in the oven. It brings back a lot of childhood memories. Sunday afternoons, my mom used to make this, and I just love it. If you like minced meat and you like cabbage, I think you will like this as well. But before we start, as always, please click the subscribe button. Click the little bell icon if you want to get notifications when new content comes online. But now, let's get cooking. It's quite straightforward. We need some minced meat. It's 50-50, beef and pork. It's some white cabbage, some milk, 2 onions, 2 eggs, about a tablespoon of soya, and some breadcrumbs, it's about half a deciliter. And then you don't see this often outside of Sweden, but it's just a syrup made from sugar beet, and we need a bit of that as well. And that's it basically. Some salt and pepper to flavor with. Now let's start with the kål. The kål, we just cut it down in the middle. Once more, so you have a quart. And then we get rid of, you see this part here, it's kind of a hard stalky part. Just cut that off. Same on all of them. I already took off the outer leaves. And now we just kind of chop this up. So this is what you need. It doesn't need to be finer than that. We're going to put the onion in a food processor, so we don't really have to be very careful with how we cut it. Like this is basically enough. To cut up both onions like that. Before we put them in the food processor with the milk and the eggs and so on, we'll brown them a bit in the pan. We want to get a little bit of color on them. So this is the color we should be happy with, and will give a nice taste to the meat. Now we're done with the onions. Now we can get started on our white cabbage as well. We have quite a lot, so we probably have to do this in 2 or 3 times. And while we do our cabbage, we can finish off the mixture that goes into the minced meat. The 2 eggs go in, breadcrumbs, the onions, the milk, and the soy. That's it. We can mix it with the meat. So now we put in a little bit of this sugar syrup. So this is ready now, the first batch. And we'll do the same with the other, well, on the rest. I think it will be another 2 batches. Pour everything in. As you know, I prefer to mix these things with my hands, so just get in there. We'll add some of the cabbage from the frying, a little bit of salt, and black pepper. And I'll mix that in as well. And now we can put it in the oven tray. We need to butter our oven tray. That should do the trick. Now we can start layering. We start with a layer of cabbage. Spread it out nicely. And now our layer of minced meat. Press it down so that it's compact. And the last layer on top with the rest of the white cabbage. Spread that out a bit as well. Press down on the whole thing to make it a bit compact. So it's ready for the oven. We'll put it in at 230 degrees. I'm not 100% sure yet how long it will take, but I'll let you know when we take it out. So as promised, the timing, it was in for half an hour now at 330 degrees. And that looks like it's the perfect time. Slice out. Now we're almost ready to taste this, but before you need something that goes so well with it, and that's a little bit of, in Sweden we call it lingon. It's basically a cranberry type of berry. It's not cranberries, but it's very similar. So you can use cranberries with it. That goes perfect together. Take into this. Normally you would serve it with boiled potatoes as well, and I will do that later, but it's probably not so interesting to watch me boil potatoes. Excellent. I'll also show you, in here you have the kind of, it's almost like a sauce because it reduces down, but this is great with the potatoes. I don't have a lot on it there, but that on potatoes is perfect. This is so nice. Again, it's kind of childhood memories from Sweden, when my mom used to make this. My grandma made another version. It's similar ingredients, and it's called kålpudding. But it's kind of it's packed into a cabbage leaf, the meat, and then individually done. I mean, you've seen it. The ingredients themselves, maybe except for the syrup, are not at all Swedish. And you could replace this sugar beet syrup with brown sugar or something similar like that. It's just to get a bit of sweetness to the cabbage. So there's nothing stopping you to do this wherever you are. If you like cabbage and you like meat, you will like this. So give it a try. It's a perfect, I mean today it's Sunday afternoon, so it's a perfect Sunday dinner. And the rest of my family, my wife, my daughter, well, my wife's Swiss, my daughter's never lived in Sweden, but they both love this as well. So although it's a Swedish dish for me, it's a dish that works anywhere, I would say. Well, that's it for today. If you stuck with me this far, there must have been something you liked about it, so don't forget to click the thumbs up. And also, if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button. Yeah, that's it. Thank you very much. Take care. Until next time. Bye-bye.